can, just like we know Josh Suggs will down the left-hand side. Heavy challenge there, and Kevon Frater. Frater did well to get his body goal side there. Defender came right through the back of him. Early whistle there. Nice opportunity for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC just outside Phoenix Rising's box.
Kevon Frater, the leading goal scorer for the Switchbacks FC this season, 8 goals coming in. And another look at the physical play here early on. And these two teams, as we mentioned, familiar with one another. They played not too long ago, back on July the 15th, and a game in which the Switchbacks led 1-0. But Phoenix Rising, thanks to Jason Johnson, 2 unanswered in the second half to take that.
We know how difficult a place that is to play down there in Tempe. Coming right through the back there was Mala. It's a good piece of play by Kevon Frater to win that free kick. A lot of Switchbacks players over this one, arguing over who's going to take it.
So our referee tonight, Mark Allerton, and assisted by Adam Zarin, Jacob Harold, the 4th official tonight, Justin Fillmore. And referee Allerton is getting things ready to go as Phoenix Rising FC lining up the wall, top of the 18. Argueta next to them, and
looks like it'll be Masta Kasher. He's placed this ball with the most intent. Kevon Frater also with the left foot. Dangerous one here for Cohen with the centrally located ball. It's difficult for Cohen to set up his wall, but it looks like it'll be Masta Kasher, and I'm of course wrong. It is Kevon Frater off the crossbar.
And a put back by Bercoloni, and the Switchback strike in the opening 2 minutes of this game. It's 1-0 Switchbacks, but hold everything.
Referee's going to wave that one off. I believe he's going to call offside there on Luke Vercoloni. Vercoloni's checking with the referee's assistant. The referee's assistant does have his flag up. What a free kick that was there from Kevon Frater off the left foot, overruling Masta Kasher, crashing off the bottom of the bar. Cohen, no chance. Vercoloni comes in. Looks like a fair challenge there. Luke Vercoloni, perhaps the referee's calling a push because Vercoloni certainly wasn't offside. Referee immediately blew that whistle. Upset there, number 4, Luke Vercoloni. Looked like a good goal for the Switchbacks inside of 2 minutes.
That close to being a 1-goal lead here in the opening 2 minutes, but they wave it off. So back to play now. Phoenix Rising FC into the Switchbacks in for the first time here tonight. And on the back end, that's Sion McFarland. So defensively for the Switchbacks, Suggs, Phillips, 2 mainstays. McFarland also a mainstay, but Sean Chin out of that group of 4 for the first time this season. We'll see how the veteran gels, and certainly you talk about experience, not just in the USL, but internationally, Premier League. This guy has got a decorated resume. Sean Wright Phillips, he is, as you said, one of the most decorated players in the entire USL. He's a quality player. He's getting on in age. Obviously did fantastically well coming over to the States and playing for the New York Red Bulls, so he knows this league now. He's got some time under his belt with Phoenix Rising. He's a very dangerous player in this league. He's going to lead that midfield for Phoenix Rising, just try to get on the ball as much as he can, dictate, and get Herlo on the ball up front. So Frater off the throw-in from Chin. And Sean Chin will throw it in again. Here we go, into the 18, Vercoloni. Drops it back to Malcolm, chips it over the right foot, and secured by Josh Cohen. The keeper tonight for Phoenix Rising FC, his 19th appearance this season. He's got 3 clean sheets, 49 saves coming in, a percentage of .671 on saves, and he's saved 1 penalty shot. So certainly he has put up some impressive numbers. He'll have his hands full tonight against the Switchbacks team that is trying to get back on a winning track rolling. Winless in their last 3, but a bit deceptive in that they picked up a big point in a draw against Sacramento Republic FC the last time out. That was a difficult place to play, Papa Murphy's Park in Sacramento. The Switchbacks did well. Head coach Steve Turchi was proud of the effort, and the Switchbacks have had a great week of practice here at altitude watching Phoenix Rising play. Obviously, they come in with a lot of heavy legs, made 6 changes to that starting lineup having played on Wednesday night. Heavy touch there and a collision at midfield. Malcolm trying to win it back, and Rising FC able to dump it back in that game against Sacramento Republic FC. Off the bench, Pascal Abusi big to even that up, and high up in the air goes Sion McFarland. So some players seeing some additional minutes here tonight in the starting lineup for Phoenix. We talked about Wright Phillips, but Matt Harlow, Peonessa, and Gladson Owako combined less than 200 minutes entering this one tonight. And Herlo's going to be a big player for Phoenix Rising tonight. He can certainly put himself about. He's going to have to lead that line. He's going to have to hold the ball up well. Nice run here by Sion McFarland. Well found from Luke Vercoloni. And Frater. Kevon Frater. Taken away by the Wiggy Mala. Possession here for Phoenix. Off the right foot, and good pursuit by the captain, Ronnie Argueta. That's going to be Switchback FC ball quickly. Sean Chin looking to play it up.
And you can see early just how far forward Sean Chin's willing to push on that right-hand side. Josh Suggs going to do the same on the left.
Here's the throw it off the hop. Kavan Frater back to the goal. It's by Tae-Song Kim. Fans, don't forget Nike Soccer, proud partner of the USL. Visit NikeSoccer.com. Well, we talked a little bit about the addition of Sean Chin, but they've also added another former San Antonio FC player, AJ Ajekwa, a forward as well. And those two players, they can provide a lot down the stretch for this Switchbacks FC team.
And Ajekwa, a ton of experience in the USL as well. Obviously with San Antonio this year, last season with Orange County, former star at Chico State University in California. So he's got a lot of quality. Steve Tritchie very happy to be bringing in those players, those fresh legs, those new minds here, ready for this playoff push for the Switchbacks FC. As Sean Wright Phillips takes that volley first time, whistles it right past the post of Moise Poitier. It was good play, good hold-up play from Herlo. Exactly what he needs to do. Flick that ball onto Sean Wright Phillips. He took that volley first time, luckily for the Switchbacks, off target.
Sean Wright Phillips, 2 goals, 2 assists coming into this, and outside of Peter Ramage on the defensive end, a leading player minute-wise starting tonight for Phoenix. He's logged over 1,600 minutes. We talked about those 2 players from San Antonio FC. Tabena Uzi, also one of the premier players at a PDL, a top 10 talent. He is listed as a reserve tonight. We'll see if we see number 24 here later on as this match unfolds. So Phoenix Rising FC with the ball, no score. Switchbacks an opportunity early on at a free kick. Ricocheted off the crossbar, didn't get it to go, and here they go again. Frater holds, chips it forward off the hop, and it's going to sail through the end line.
It's a good run forward by Mastakasher. He was well tracked by Phoenix Rising. Kavan Frater holding that ball up, just trying to play it back to Mastakasher. A little bit heavy on that touch. Cohen will restart with the goal kick.
Phoenix Rising FC, 6-game unbeaten streak. This is the second 6-game unbeaten streak they've put together this season. Certainly peaking at the right time, but we talked about it in the pregame, and we'll talk about it throughout this broadcast tonight. A log jam in the Western Conference as far as who's going to get in as one of the top 8 teams for the Western Conference playoffs. This one means so much tonight for both these teams. Frater spinning. There's Tae-Song Kim, and that's just good defense played by Phoenix. And Josh Phillips defensively battling. Here's a run down the far side. This is Matt Herlo. And cleared out by the Switchbacks.
Deceptive change of speed there from Herlo. Well tracked by Josh Phillips, able to work that ball back, but Phoenix Rising's recycling the attack.
Trying to get the corner, and Josh Suggs outstanding defense with a takeaway.
It's got Shane Malcolm in a ton of space on the right-hand side. That's a great crossfield ball by Josh Suggs.
And that ball just skipped. We had a little bit of moisture prior to kickoff, and perhaps that factoring in, that ball really jumping off the pitch.
Almost accelerating there. The good news about the moisture, it's taken some of the smoke out of the air here in Colorado Springs that we've had from the wildfires around here. But as you said, just a little bit of rain pregame has quickened up this surface a little bit. It was watered pretty heavily also before the pregame warm-ups.
Well, when we go back to that first meeting in Arizona back on July the 15th, a game in which the Switchbacks controlled in the opening half. And in fact, they were outshot 12-11, but shots on goal advantage Switchbacks in that, but 2 second-half goals from Jason Johnson. It will be interesting to see if we see number 14 coming off the bench here tonight.
Definitely one of the players of the Switchbacks coaching staff keying on Johnson. A great striker for Phoenix Rising. Head coach Steve Tritchie was worried about him in his pregame. In the pregame notes, he talked about Jason Johnson, the quality that he brings, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him maybe spell Herlo after an hour or so here in Colorado Springs.
McFarland, nobody home. It will get through the end line. We've talked about Sean Wright Phillips, Jason Johnson, but a player not in the lineup, Didier Drogba. And this team still talented, but Drogba gave them a different element. But Steve Tritchie, you had a chance to talk to him before this one tonight, and he still feels like this Phoenix team is just as good, perhaps not even better, with who they have out here right now.
He feels that they're a little bit more dangerous without Didier Drogba just because of the stationary nature of Drogba. Obviously, he's got a lot of years on those legs. He's a big player. He's an imposing player. We know about the quality and the experience that Didier Drogba has, but he just doesn't have those legs to get in behind defenses anymore. That's what Johnson brings. And obviously, we're seeing Herlo tonight. He's a big striker as well, very much in the mold of Didier Drogba, but he's got a great change of pace about him. We saw that on the far side being tracked well by Josh Phillips. So Phoenix Rising definitely have that attacking talent. I don't think they're going to miss Didier Drogba too much, who is just picked up a little bit of an injury, so he's going to miss this game here, obviously, in Colorado Springs.
Yeah, the last time he played back on August the 5th. So switchbacks on defense here, in case you just joined us in the 2nd minute of play. An opportunity for Colorado Springs at a free kick. Kevon Frater hit the crossbar. Luke Vercoloni followed it up, headed it into the goal, but they waved it off. Said perhaps he bumped in the back, and that was the call. So still scoreless, 12th minute of play. These two teams tied at 34 points apiece in a Western Conference standings. Switchbacks setting 7th, Phoenix Rising FC 8th. The difference, goal differential out of this 18, and that's going to go through the end line. So in goal tonight again, Moise Poiti, his 23rd appearance this season. Great matchup between these two keepers.
Moise Poiti, a brilliant goalkeeper, finalist for the USL Save of the Month. We saw that penalty kick save here in Colorado Springs. He's a great goalkeeper. He's been working on his distribution. You can see there, inch perfect pass out to Josh Suggs. He's gotten a lot better with that. It's definitely the #1 on this Switchbacks team.
Suggs gets by Vercoloni. Luke now holds. Back to midfield, and Tae-Sung Kim. Good ball up, and a little too heavy. It looked good initially, but again, that ball really jumping off the pitch. Well, fans, make sure you tune into the USL's weekly show on Sirius XM FC Channel 85. Monday at 7 o'clock Mountain Time, 6 o'clock Pacific Time for the latest news and information from around the league. Also, don't forget the Sirius XM FC is going to air the USL Game of the Week. Check USLsoccer.com for dates and times. Vercoloni flicking it back. It's by Suggs, and that's going to be Phoenix Rising ball on the far side. Sean Wright Phillips over there to play it. Talented team. We talk a lot, Roland, about teams coming to altitude, but this season the Switchbacks, they've been impressive 6 times. They've been victorious here on this field. Is an opportunity here, and it's run through the end line.
It's well covered by Josh Suggs there.
But this is a tough place to play for any opponent. Year #1 for the Switchbacks, they were absolutely dominant. Last year dropped off a bit, but this year they've regained some of that home field advantage they established in the inaugural season.
Very difficult to beat here at Widener Field. Good crowd tonight. We've got a playoff baseball game going on next door with the Colorado Springs Sky Sox. Still a great crowd turning out here tonight at Widener Field. Cheer on this team, as you said, one of the better home field advantages in Colorado Springs. Also got to give a shout out to the Phoenix Rising watch party over at the Thirsty Lion in Tempe. Everybody try the spicy fried chicken sandwich. Get yourself a Four Peaks brew. If you have any questions, got any problems with the service, complain to Josh Howe on Twitter. But you're going to have a good time down there at the Thirsty Lion in Tempe. We know there's a ton of Phoenix Rising fans down there tonight.
Here's the Switchbacks at a cross. Vercoloni, a ricochet out of the box. Here's Argueta. Feeds it up top. Vercoloni holds, pressured from behind. He's got Malcolm here on the near side, and he'll dump it back to Sian McFarland. So the defense tightening up in a hurry for Phoenix Rising FC, thwarting that opportunity. Suggs, and headed right back out.
Good play by Mala there with that stooping header to clear that one for Phoenix Rising. And very good play by Luke Vercoloni. Good hold-up play with his back to goal there, just having his teammates overlap him. Josh Suggs has been very dangerous going down the left-hand side so far tonight. Sean Chin doing his best to support the attack on the right wing.
Well, offensively, the Switchbacks, they've looked good with Luke Vercoloni there, the former captain. Just 2 goals this season, but he is so close to having a 3rd. Second great opportunity of the night. Argueta back to the Phoenix Rising FC end. Chipped up with the left foot, and an opportunity here for Emilio Dia. And headed up and wide of the post, near side.
Golden chance there for Phoenix Rising. Herlo unlucky with his header. He found himself in acres of space right on the edge of Moise Poati there. Herlo has to do better with that header. It's a nice run down the left wing by Dia. Gets past McFarland, whips that ball in. Herlo goes up for that one. He's got to put that one on target. Unlucky there for Phoenix Rising. That's their best chance of the game.
So Shane Malcolm now. That cross deflected off of the shoulder of Vercoloni. It's going to stay in. Malcolm, good battle there on the end line to win the ball. Behind him is Argueta. Malcolm gets by the defender. Malcolm moves it. Shot! Far post, and it is about a foot off.
Such good play by Shane Malcolm. Tricky there, showed great strength in the corner, able to hold the defender off, make his way, drift in towards goal, fires that shot. Cohen with the courtesy dive, as you said, just inches wide there from Shane Malcolm. Fantastic play by the young winger. Got a lucky ricochet there, took that opportunity. Defense didn't step out to him close enough, tried to bend that one with the outside of his right foot. We've seen him do that before. So dangerous in those kind of positions. Shane Malcolm. Cohen with the courtesy dive, very unlucky there for the Switchbacks not to get on the board.
And rolling the ability of number 23 to set up his own shot. He has done that time and time again this season. Malcolm, 5 goals coming into this one tonight. And a push to the far side for Phoenix Rising FC, and Switchbacks deflected out. They're going to say Colorado Springs ball quickly on the throw and played down by Cashier. Midfield, here's Kevon Frater doubled up, and they're not going to give number 11 any space here tonight.
No, you're dead right. Phoenix Rising have done their homework. They know the danger of Kevon Frater. Got to stop him from getting on the ball, try to neutralize his speed, make him pick up the ball deep in his own half, and that's exactly what Phoenix Rising have done here in the first 15 minutes and change at Widener Field. Such a dangerous player for the Switchbacks FC, Kevon Frater, with that speed, able to get in behind any defensive unit in this league.
No score here, 18th minute of play, headed up. Here's Vercoloni, Luke with the turn, trying to shake loose. Luke into the Phoenix Rising FC end. Here's Kevon Frater. Master Cashier in front of him, and over to help out Ronnie Argueta. Quick little 1-2 there, and Suggs not able to play it forward.
Phoenix Rising did a good job of organizing themselves defensively. Good pressure put on there by Tae-Sung Kim, forcing Cohen into that high clearance, but Phoenix Rising doing well so far in this game to regroup defensively, get numbers behind the ball, 2 banks of 4 every time the Switchbacks are in the attacking end.
And that's great work by Frater, having to work for everything here in the early part of this opening half. Kevon Frater, 8 goals, 6 assists. You talk about additions to this team. Number 11, he has been huge.
He's led the line brilliantly well. Definitely the #1 striker for the Switchbacks FCs. That long throw is pinged in off of Kevon Frater. And he's not just done a good job of using that speed, he's a good hold-up player as well. Uses his size. We saw the free kick that he won early in this game, putting himself about. Such a dangerous player, Kevon Frater.
And so many ways to follow the USL via social media. Check him out online at uslsoccer.com or on Twitter, the Twitter handle at USLsoccer. Suggs to throw it in for the Switchbacks FC. Trying to get it to Frater. Not able to shake loose, and back on defense goes Phillips and Sia McFarland.
Well covered by McFarland. He read the bounce. Bounce just took it over. Josh Phillips, his center back partner, covering there, looking for that cross-field ball for Shane Malcolm. Sean Chin's going to pick this one up.
Chin is first match play with the Switchbacks FC. He looks like a guy who's played with them all season long.
Definitely slotted right into that lineup. You can tell the experience that he has. Obviously in this league with San Antonio, he's open once again on the right-hand side, calling for the ball from Josh Phillips, but he's done his best to push forward down the right as much as he can, support that attack, and that's such a critical position for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Obviously, they lost Jordan Burt earlier this season to an injury. He's working his way back, doing everything he can to get back on the field. Connor Bevins has come in, done a good job for Jordan Burt, and now Sean Chin going to get that responsibility at right back, do everything he can to support the attack.
Sean Chin's first game at the Switchbacks FC here at Widener Field, but not the first time he's played here. Of course, was on the field with the Switchbacks handed San Antonio FC its first loss of the 2017 season earlier this year. Suggs able to keep it in play, and that is a decisive play by Josh Cohen in goal for Phoenix Rising FC.
Brave goalkeeping by Cohen there, came out, needed to go straight into the feet there. Josh Suggs taking that ball to the end line, whipping it back in. Cohen's telling the assistant referee that ball ran long. Not exactly sure yet. We'll see on the replay here. Great job by the guys in the truck. Looks like Suggs may have kept that one in, but great play there right at the feet of Shane Malcolm for Cohen to come out, win that ball. Good goalkeeping by the Phoenix Rising number 1.
And Phillips, another 50-50 high in the air, and then Kim swats it out with the left foot. Frater. Boy, what a matchup there. Kevon Frater and Duwigi Mala, number 2 and number 11, doing battle. First 20-plus minutes of this half.
Mala and Ramage, the central defensive partnership tonight for Phoenix Rising. That's a big, strong defensive unit, but obviously Kevon Frater could use that speed and get in behind, try to stretch the field. He's going to do everything he can because those are two big, strong players, but they don't have necessarily that top-end pace of Kevon Frater.
All right, Phillips sends it in. Oh, dangerously close there as McFarland tried to send it out and ricocheted a little bit off on that top part of the foot, and good thing Quati was there.
Smart goalkeeping there from Moise Poati. Not giving up on that one, as you said. Just took a nasty bounce right in front of Sion McFarland. Tried to clear that one, kind of swatted at it with his left foot. Goes goalwards there. Moise Poati just turns that one away. Got our first accelerated Wealth corner kick of the night. Sean Wright Phillips going to take this one, whip this one in with his right foot. Ramage is forward for this one. Also watch out for Hurlo in the box. A lot of size on this Phoenix Rising FC team.
Sean Wright Phillips, 2 goals entering tonight. Good look at Matt Hurlo there, number 23, as Wright Phillips gets set to send it in. Picasso, number 3 there as well. And here comes Shane Malcolm. And well challenged by Phoenix Rising FC, and we play on.
Referee right on top of it. It was a good breakout by Shane Malcolm. Trying to chip that ball in, but Dia just offside there. Well done by the switchback center back partnership. Josh Phillips, Sion McFarland stepping up there as we see here. Shane Malcolm in full flight. Such a dangerous player to stop. That's good play there. Phoenix Rising. Sean Wright Phillips not afraid to get dirty, clear that ball out. It's a good tackle there by the former Chelsea Manchester City man.
Here's Shane Malcolm trying to turn the corner. And stride for stride with Malcolm is Victor Vasquez.
Unlucky there, heavy touch for Shane Malcolm. He's getting a lot of freedom down this right-hand side. He just needs the support. Luke Vercoloni's been drifting over there trying to support him. Sean Chin pushing forward also from that right back position.
Flick forward. Played up to midfield and Phillips right back in. He's got Masta Cashier and Masta not able to save it.
It's a smart ball from Josh Phillips there. Took one look up, saw Masta Cashier in some space on the left-hand side. Tried to ping that ball first time out to him, but you talked about it earlier in the broadcast. The surface a little bit wet. That ball accelerating when it hits the surface there. Just took it out of the reach of Masta Cashier on the left wing for the Switchbacks.
Tell you, all in all, field conditions outstanding. This is our third season with the Switchbacks, and boy, from year number 1 to year number 3, dramatic improvement on this pitch. Josh Phillips retreating defensively and funnels him right to Sion McFarland, but Wright Phillips able to keep it back, chips it forward. Here we go on the near side. It's Dio. Dia sets it up top of the 18, blasting off the mark. So Dia to Hamilton, and still scoreless. Fans, don't forget to like the Switchbacks FC on Facebook.
It's a good move forward there by Hamilton from his defensive midfield position. Just drifting up to the corner of the box. Dia doing his best to turn Sean Chin inside out, just lays it off on a plate. Hamilton takes a touch looking for that top corner. Ronnie Argueta came flying out trying to close that angle. It's a good play by the Switchbacks captain there, just a little bit high on the shot from Hamilton.
Sion McFarland, he's got Malcolm near side, and that ball gets to number 23 in a hurry. Shane Malcolm now. Stepping through Malcolm. He's got Vercolone to the right side. Luke working from the wing. Here's Argueta now. Well, the speed of Phoenix Rising FC very evident here early on as Hamilton. No separation at all from Ronnie Argueta.
Vasquez at that left back position for Phoenix Rising just needs a little bit of help. The best attacks for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC have come down the right wing. Josh Suggs going to come across from his left back position to whip this ball in here.
So Josh Suggs last season scored on a corner kick down in Arizona, so not unfamiliar territory against this club.
The good old Olympico. He's going to try to whip this ball in, put it right on top of Cohen. A lot of players in front of Cohen, making it difficult for the Phoenix Rising FC #1 to get out of his goal mouth. Suggs is going to try to put this ball right on top of him. A lot of height in the box for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Both center backs are forward, McFarland and Josh Phillips.
Here we go. Josh Suggs. Josh Cohen in goal. Backside. And Phillips tried to get off the ground and was unable to.
Referee going to call a foul there in the back end. Josh Phillips just arguing it there. Feels like he was held a little bit. Ball just hung a little bit high there for Phillips to get on the end of it. As we see the fans here at Widener Field. Got a Chelsea jersey in support of Sean Wright Phillips there.
A great crowd on hand here tonight. Great to see the future of soccer. A lot of youth teams throughout the season have made their way here to Widener Field in the eastern part of Colorado Springs. That ball hangs. Phillips mistimed the jump, and they'll whistle it. Phoenix FC ball.
Such a dangerous player in the air. Herlo has done a good job of putting himself about tonight. It's a good position here for Phoenix Rising. Sean Wright Phillips, of course, over this one. Center backs coming forward for the team from Arizona. They're going to try to overload the box on the far side here. Make Moise Poiti make a decision about whether to come out and claim this one. Switchbacks holding a high line right on the edge of their 18-yard box.
Sean Wright Phillips. Free kick here, 28th minute. Soft ball. Sent right back out. Argueta goes the other way. Circle back. Hamilton straight up in the air. Heads it back looking for help. Still free, and now Poiti able to play it.
Referee going to call a foul there. Herlo coming across, just catching Sion McFarland. I believe McFarland's going to be okay. His captain, Ronnie Argueta, picking him up. As Moise Poiti restarts for the Switchbacks FC, they're going to do their best to press this ball forward, try to catch Phoenix Rising out.
And there's Shane Malcolm on the near side. He waits. He's going to play defense. Dropping back, Taeson Kim. McFarland chips it back up.
It's good positioning by Vasquez at that left back position for Phoenix Rising, but they're going to have to regroup defensively here. Taeson Kim giving that ball away a little bit cheaply there for the Switchbacks FC.
Argueta getting back, and he's going to be called for the grab.
Good run there, referee right on top of it. Saw the arm wrapped around Sean Wright Phillips there. Just going to bring that ball back.
Well, don't forget, for the Switchbacks FC, they're at Seattle next week, but back at home on the 23rd against Swope Park Rangers FC.
The first of 3 home games at Widener Field. That game against Swope Park Rangers on Technology Night here, Widener Field. That's going to be a big game. Just like this one is here, almost an identical free kick. Switchbacks holding that line, top of the 18. Sean Wright Phillips to whip this ball in with his right foot.
A lot of spin on that ball, and it's going to sail wide to the post, far side.
It was Peter Ramage getting forward there. The captain trying to direct that one on goal. Unlucky, went for the flicked header. If he'd gotten a little bit more on that one, Moise Poiti would have been in a ton of trouble in the Switchbacks goal. It was a great ball in from Wright Phillips. You see there, Ramage just getting on the end of it, just trying to flick that ball on. It's good pressure put on him by Josh Phillips. That was a good chance for Phoenix Rising FC.
Another opportunity for Rising FC, and what a play by Moise Poiti, showing that range, leaping out of the goal to make the save.
Good hands there from Moise Poiti. Got a shout from behind him, but he wasn't going to take any chances on letting his defenders clear that one. Went straight to the ground. Good hands there to hold that ball at the first opportunity from the Switchbacks #1.
Kim, and that touch gets away. And Shane Malcolm right there for the Switchbacks FC. Kevon Frater trying to bend it in, and tell you what, they are packed in the box tonight defensively for Phoenix Rising FC.
They've definitely done their homework. They're marking Kevon Frater out of this game every time the Switchbacks go forward into the Phoenix Rising FC half. An extra midfielder drops back, usually Gavin, to help out the defense play on Kevon Frater, and that's made it very difficult for the Switchbacks FC to string passes together inside Phoenix Rising half.
Ball by Phillips out of bounds, and Phoenix Rising FC to play it. Well, we talked about the standings, how tight it is right now. Both teams with identical points at 34 in the conference standings, but Phoenix Rising FC has 3 games in hand, so a lot to play out here over the next month of the season.
It makes looking at the schedule in the USL's Western Conference really difficult. We talked about it, this being the 3rd game in 7 days for that man right there. And Phoenix Rising FC, been very difficult for them, obviously, with this 3rd game. We're going to see here an accelerated wealth corner kick taken by Sean Wright Phillips. But you talked about it, those games in hand, they're going to come thick, they're going to come fast for Phoenix Rising. So if they can pick up points, they're going to leap across those teams in between them, Switchbacks FC being one of them. So the Switchbacks desperate for 3 points here at home tonight.
An accelerated wealth corner kick here for Phoenix Rising FC, still alive at a goal box, and here comes another accelerated wealth corner kick.
It's Ramage with his head in his hands. The captain once again there had a great jump, tried to deflect that one goalwards, almost worked out going to a teammate there. It was a great leap by Ramage, number 5 here. The captain, he wins this ball over Josh Phillips. Phillips needs a little bit of help there, dealing with the size of Ramage. Just put him off a little bit there to Josh Phillips' jump, as you see a 2nd consecutive accelerated wealth corner kick on the far side of the field.
Wright Phillips spins it in and sent back out. Big blast and way off.
Vasquez going for glory there with his left foot, caught a lot of his shin. He's looking for that one from all of 25 yards plus there, the left back. But just shanked that one off of his shin pad. You see that ball held up well for him there. Took a nice bounce. Vasquez striding forward from that left back position, looking for the glory, but unable to keep that shot anywhere near target. Switchbacks FC going to restart with the throw in. Long one from Sion McFarland.
There's Vercoloni fighting for position. Argueta backs him up. Here's Shane Malcolm. Pressured from behind. This is going to be switchback ball at midfield. You know, Roll, we talked about the stretch, including tonight for the Switchbacks FC. 4 of the final 6 opponents right now in the top 8. So you talk about all the games in the USL tough, but especially down the stretch, 4 playoff caliber teams. It'll be a grind to finish in the top 8.
100% correct. This game obviously against Phoenix, Orange County coming in, Sacramento and Tulsa. Those are teams that are all battling for that 8th and final playoff position in the USL's Western Conference. So the Switchbacks really do have everything in their hands there, as we see head coach Steve Patricio, assistant coach Woldy Harris on the far side of the field for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Obviously, if they can pick up points against those teams, keep those teams from leapfrogging over them, the Switchbacks are going to have a great chance to make their 3rd consecutive USL Western Conference playoff appearance.
Big collision, and now a delayed whistle is Master Cashier colliding with one of the Phoenix Rising players there.
Bit unlucky on Cashier, who's going for the ball there. Just took out Wakasa. Had eyes for the ball, did Master Cashier, but once again, Phoenix Rising FC seem to have a free kick in exactly the same position. And the Switchbacks going to do the same thing again. Hold that line on the top of the 18-yard box. Sean Wright Phillips going to whip this ball in with his right foot. Switchbacks really have to keep giving up these opportunities. There's a lot of size in this lineup for Phoenix Rising FC. We've seen how dangerous Ramage and Hurlo can be from these kind of positions. And the quality of service from Sean Wright Phillips is excellent.
Sean Wright Phillips. A lot of air under that ball, and Moise Poitier showing the tremendous range and leaping ability to secure.
Made an early call for that ball. Did Moise Poitier, came out, claimed that one well. Trying to restart it with the drop kick there. It's really good play by the Switchbacks FC, number 1. You can see his defenders holding a high line. It's a good ball in from Sean Wright Phillips. If anything, a little bit too much air on it. Poitier comes out easily, claims that one.
So back live. And early on, it was Switchbacks FC getting many opportunities in the Phoenix Rising FC end, but the tables have changed here as we are in the 35th minute of play. This is Sean Chin. Shane Malcolm now trying to work it up to Taeson Kim. Phoenix Rising doing a great job on the counter here tonight.
Good positioning by Awako, not afraid to drift out to that left-hand side. Good combination of passes there, just looking for Sean Wright-Phillips. He's going to recycle, get on the end of this ball, but the Switchbacks got to get men back defensively. They're able to do that, just a little bit heavy on that touch there from Sean Wright-Phillips. And Sean Chin will restart for the Switchbacks.
Shindar Getta, Sion McFarlane. Don't forget Instagram, one of the many ways you can follow on social media. Check it out, Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC on Instagram. Here's Phillips at midfield, trying to tap it forward. Tae-Son Kim. That was a good challenge and a win there by Dia. Here's Blair Gavin. Making the run up now is Victor Vasquez. Played by Chin. Vasquez now steps to the left of the 18. And again, it's Moise Poiti on point.
Good play from Vasquez on that left back position. He's been pinned back deep inside his half so far in this game. He's just starting to get forward a little bit. Phoenix Rising are having the better of the play in the last 10 minutes or so. Vasquez pushing forward from that left back position. Put Moise Poiti under pressure, but Poiti was able to clear with his feet. It's an unconventional clearance here from Poiti. Good play from Vasquez to whip that ball in. Poiti thought it best to go with his feet, just clearing it out there right from the feet of Harlow, who is once again causing trouble on the edge of the box for Phoenix Rising FC.
Bercanati. Shane Malcolm. Now the Switchbacks team has finished third of the Western Conference standings the first 2 years here of play in Colorado Springs. This season fighting to try to make it in, but Roland, perhaps it could be argued this team is as talented as any of the three they've had this league, just loaded parity-wise.
It is, and it was a brutal schedule earlier in the season for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. They went through what Phoenix Rising is going through now, 3 games in 7 days on a couple of occasions. Some difficult trips for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks. We know how difficult this Western Conference is. A lot of good teams, as you said, everybody fighting for that 8th and final spot. We haven't seen the Western Conference this tight in the 3 years of existence for the Switchbacks FC. That ball looking over the top for Kevon Frater, who's well marshaled out there by a combination of Mala and Ramage. But once you get into the playoffs in this Western Conference, you've got to think the 8th seed could beat number 1. Anything could happen. Just make it in. That's the only thing that matters now for both of these teams here on show tonight, Phoenix Rising and the Switchbacks. Just make it into that 8th and final spot when the season gets finished, and you could go as far as your talent will take you in the Western Conference playoffs.
Now, case in point, last year, the Vancouver all the way to the Western Conference finals.
And you saw their talent dropping down from the MLS level once they made it into the playoffs. We have a lot of MLS2 teams here in the Western Conference battling, and then you have a lot of these deep teams as well, just like Phoenix Rising FC and the Switchbacks. Switchbacks obviously bringing in new talent with that man right there, trying to take the throw in, Sean Chin. Huge for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC to have that relationship with San Antonio FC, bring in a couple players for this playoff run, as we're going to see a substitution here just before the end of the first half for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC.
So Topena Uzi comes in for the first time.
Uzo coming in for Frater. Looks like Frater's just holding that left leg a little bit. Must have picked up a knock. You don't take a player with the quality of Kevon Frater out of the game in the first half unless something has happened. But Uzo coming in. He's a big forward. He's got a lot of speed. This ball is going to be pumped up to him right now immediately. Our Chapel Hills Mall substitution. Uzo coming in, getting himself on the ball early. A dangerous player. The Switchbacks were really happy to be able to bring him in here for the stretch run. As you see Kevon Frater there making his way back to the bench for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. That's a big loss to lose the speed of Kevon Frater, but they're going to replace it with the power of Uzo. He's a big man. He gets about, and he's a really dangerous player.
Uzo playing for Myrtle Beach at a PDL, as we mentioned earlier, one of the top prospects to come out of that league, rated the number 9 overall prospect, and here he is. The Switchbacks FC helping he can contribute to a playoff run here in 2017. The size so impressive. Benatuzo.
And he's got a great change of speed about him as well. Doesn't have that outright pace of Kevon Frater, but he's a very dangerous, very tricky forward. So it's going to cause Phoenix Rising to change up their defense just a little bit there. Obviously, not going to be able to push as high on a player like Uzo. He's very good with his back to goal, but he's going to go back and defend now. Ramage going to come forward for Phoenix Rising FC. We're going to see yet another free kick in almost an identical position for Phoenix Rising. Sean Wright-Phillips to take this one once again with his right foot, whip it in, try to put it right on top of the penalty spot as the Switchbacks defense are holding a high line. This must be about the 5th or 6th free kick we've seen from an identical position in the first half here for the team from the Valley of the Sun.
Sean Wright Phillips, 5th free kick of the game for Phoenix Rising FC. 41st minute of play. This first half has just flown by, I should say.
Kevon Frater going straight to the locker room on the far side of the field for the Switchbacks FC, so definitely carrying an injury.
And that ball ricocheted out dangerously close to going over the head of Moise Poitier, and he is down on the ground.
Referee's obligation to stop the game there with a head injury. Moise Poitier saying that he took a bit of a hand there to the face. Moise Poitier came out looking for that punch, missed the punch. We'll see there. Yep, an arm right up, right across the side of the face there of Moise Poitier. That's a nasty one there. Referee should have seen that one. Training staff on the field for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. That was a nasty one right to the side of the head there from Moise Poitier. Brave goalkeeping coming out trying to punch that ball, but that hand was high. Sion McFarland just having a word with the referee here, telling him what he saw.
Poitier now has got over 2,000 minutes this season for the Switchbacks FC. Outstanding play, and here it is again.
It's a good ball in by Wright Phillips at the back post. Just a real high arm there. I believe that was Wakasa with the left arm draped across the face of Moise Poitier. He's going to be okay. Make it to halftime and regroup here for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. He's done a good job goalkeeping here tonight at Widener Field.
So Poitier back, ready to go. Certainly some stoppage time going to be put on at the end of this opening half. Still no score.
Head coach Steve Tritchu not entirely thrilled there with his goalkeeper taking an elbow to the face. Switchback's going to do the sporting thing, restart this ball, just pump it down, and let Phoenix Rising get this game back underway. You see head coach Steve Tritchu there with his arms crossed right in front of Woldy Harris, having a word with the fourth official on the far side of the field.
Well, don't forget the Dead Man's Brew Fest is coming up here at Widener Field. Get your tickets, deadmansbrewfest.com. That on September the 29th. And here we go. Master Cashier in the open field, and it gets behind Uzo. Got tripped up, Shane Malcolm. Ball gets by him, and here's Sion McFarland.
Just needs to get up to the pace of the game. Uzo, dangerous forward, now leading that line. Luke Fercoloni doing everything he can to support him. Shane Malcolm whipping this ball in with his right foot, looking for the head of Uzo there. Referee just going to call a push in the back. Was well defended initially by Ramage. Combination of Ramage and Malo there at center back position for Phoenix Rising.
Certainly trying to use that size to their advantage. The Switchbacks FC. Uzo unofficially goes about 6'4". A tough matchup for Phoenix Rising FC.
Huge player. As we talked about, going to change the offense a little bit for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. He's going to do his best to hold up the ball. He's one of the players from the Colorado Springs Switchbacks, along with Shane Malcolm. Sion McFarland, who hails from the state of Florida. Their thoughts obviously down there with the hurricane in Florida, and the Switchbacks FC doing a great thing for the people of Texas, Hurricane Harvey. You can go to the Colorado Springs SwitchbacksFC.com, click on the shop button, then click on jerseys on the top right, and they're selling a jersey with 4 Texas on the back and the Texas flags. All proceeds from that sale will go to the American Red Cross.
Malcolm, there's Chin, works his way into the box, the cross, backside. An opportunity there, but Cashier not able to haul it in.
So unlucky there. Sean Chin pushing forward from that right back position. That was his best break forward of the game so far. Whipped that ball in right across the face of goal. Shane Malcolm just plays it to him. Gets a bit of a lucky bounce here. Great determination from Shin. Plays that ball across, and a heavy touch there from Masta Cashier. Wasn't able to bring that one under his spell, or he would have had a ton of space to whip a shot goalward there on Cohen's goal. But great stepping forward from the right back position from the new boy, Sean Chin.
That's right in Master Cashier's wheelhouse. 7 goals this season, 1 behind the team lead. Kevon Frater with 8. In case you just joined us, Kevon Frater exiting here late in the opening half. Bit of a surprise, but that's why you bring in a guy like Tobeno Uzo. Depth. Steve Tritchu has built it year after year, and a deep roster here in season number 3 in Colorado Springs.
And remember, another new face is on the bench for the Switchbacks FC, AJ Ajekwa, coming across with Sean Chin from San Antonio FC. Referee playing a great advantage here. Josh Suggs, ton of space on the left-hand side.
Suggs moving in, the shot denied. The follow-up, Malcolm hesitates, trying to set it up to the right side. The cross ricocheted out of the box.
It was great goalkeeping there from Cohen, able to save that one, but huge kudos has to go out to the referee. He almost blew that ball back for the foul. Saw the advantage for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, stuck out his arms, played the advantage. Josh Suggs certainly made a lot of that as we see Dia getting on the ball here for the left-hand side for the Phoenix Rising FC.
Dia, far post, and that close to being a one-goal advantage for Phoenix Rising FC.
What a frantic couple of seconds here we've had at Widener Field. Brilliant save from Cohen, able to recycle that ball, pump it out to Dia. Dia makes a strong run down the left-hand side, whips that ball in. Another brave goalkeeping there by Moise Poit, able to clear that ball out. So we see a yellow card going to be given here to Gavin. I'm not exactly sure what Gavin did there. That could be for the previous foul where the referee played that advantage. I think he might have his numbers crossed up there, but the referee just giving a foul. And we saw the Switchbacks going forward there. The referee played that great advantage. We're going to see an accelerated Wealth corner kick on the far side of the field as we tick ever closer to the end of the first half.
So Sean Wright Phillips, as the Hanson Hot Springs Spas yellow card issued here in stoppage time. Accelerated Wealth corner kick. Wright Phillips, and there's Quaddy able to secure high in the air.
Good goalkeeping again. Well recycled there. Shane Malcolm leading the breakout for the Switchbacks, but that's going to be it for the first half here. Referee blowing a halt to proceedings at the end of the first 45 minutes. Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, Phoenix Rising FC tied at 0.
What a half. Stick around. The halftime show is coming up here. Widener Field in Colorado Springs. Mercaloni and company trying to regroup and jump in front in the second half. We'll be back right after this.
When you're in the market for a new home, consider the advantages of working with a reputable builder. Make sure quality and craftsmanship are part of the offer. Energy and efficiency are both must-haves. And find an area of town that's right for you. It's your home, so do your home work.
Home buying tips presented by Oakwood Homes. Call or visit oakwoodhomesco.com or to speak with a new home counselor.
Choose Penrose Cancer Center for the most pioneering care in Southern Colorado, offering the most advanced tools and expertise for over 70 years. Part of the comprehensive Centura Health Cancer Network. Learn more at penrosecancercenter.org.
Bring your popcorn and grab a drink for Big Movie Mouth Off, hosted by Jimmy Martin. See video on demand, reviews, and the latest films and trailers. It's all right here on CET.
Little halftime entertainment. That is entertainment, my friend. Josh Howe, Roland Vargas back here at Widener Field. Been a dogfight. Scoreless here. Two teams right now in the playoff hunt. And back in the booth, and Roland Switchbacks 7th place in the Western Conference standings coming in. And Phoenix Rising FC 8th, both with 34 points. Of course, the difference, goal differential. Bottom line is this game playing out like the standings show.
It is a very tight game, 0-0. You and I were talking about it off air. Amazed that we haven't seen a goal in the first half here at Widener Field. What a frantic end it was to the first 45 minutes. Both teams having chances. Both goalkeepers coming up huge. Cohen for Arizona, for Phoenix Rising, and obviously Moise Poati for the Switchbacks. Been a fantastic half from both goalkeepers' perspectives, but you got to think a goal here is on the boards. Start to second half. Both teams have done well offensively so far, despite the 0-0 scoreline.
Well, early on, the Switchbacks, it looked like they're going to jump out on top with the opening goal in the 2nd minute of play. Kevon Frater had a free kick, ricocheted off the crossbar, and Luke Vercoloni following up, headed it into the goal, but they waved it off. The Switchbacks had other opportunities after that, but Phoenix Rising FC did a good job to flip the momentum, really even things out.
It was really unlucky on the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. The referee called a push there on Luke Vercoloni. Looked like he went up there in a fair position. It was a great free kick from Kevon Frater to rattle the crossbar of Cohen. And that would have changed obviously the entire complexion of that first half if the Switchbacks were able to get that goal early, but they didn't. It's been even Steven here at Widener Field ever since then. Both teams, we talked about it, they've had tons of chances. And I don't think there's going to be too many changes to start the second half. Obviously, the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC forced into a change in the first half, having to take Kevon Frater, perhaps their most dangerous offensive player, out of the game. They're going to regroup at halftime. They're going to learn how to play through Uzo, the new hitman up top for the Switchbacks FC, so we'll see how that works to start the second half.
Now, defensively, both keepers have been outstanding. Josh Cohen for Phoenix Rising FC, and of course Moise Poati for the Switchbacks FC. And Poati, some unbelievable saves to keep this one scoreless.
Moise Poati been brilliant. He's done a great job of commanding his box as well. We saw just how many free kicks Phoenix Rising had from almost an identical position on the field. Sean Wright Phillips just kept whipping that ball in with his right foot time and time again, and it was Moise Poati coming out to claim, used his feet well as well, distributed the ball. It's been a great performance by the Switchbacks, number one.
We'll see how it plays out. Remember, the first time these two teams met back in July, the Switchbacks had a 1-0 lead, and Phoenix Rising FC scored the last two. We'll see how it shakes out here. Who will break out on top of the second half? Highlights in the second half when we return.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Searching for help with Dachshund Reading.
Why do you not get me?
I do. This is what it feels like for kids with learning and attention issues. Redirecting to understood.org.
Join parents and experts at understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues to help your child thrive.
I'm a retired school psychologist, and helping people was my thing.
I was very independent and thought I could take care of myself. I fell, and I had to have Meals on Wheels.
After my stroke, when Meals on Wheels started, I was on the other end of the stick, so to speak.
Meals on Wheels, coming to my door as someone who's housebound, having someone check on me, assures me that I'm not forgotten.
Meals on Wheels has given me a mode of freedom that I wouldn't have otherwise.
We're the clients.
We are the clients.
We are the clients of Meals on Wheels.
America, let's do lunch.
1 in 6 seniors faces the threat of hunger, and millions more live in isolation. Drop off a hot meal and say a quick hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
We'd do anything for kids. Yet 1 in 6 children in the U.S. struggle with hunger. Help end childhood hunger near you. Learn how at feedingamerica.org.
What's been unusual is that we gelled from the beginning, and since then it's carried on throughout the season. It carried on through preseason, and then now we're continuing. Now we're getting towards the end of the season.
Yeah, when the group got together down in preseason and we were training with the first team, we were kind of just looking around like, yeah, we got a good squad, you know. Like when we get back and it's just the Monarchs, we have a team that could do something really special. And so having that time together in preseason and pushing ourselves against RSL and against the first team guys was a great experience and opportunity, and kind of gave us some bonding heading into our season, and we knew we had a special group.
You can't just look at it as a slice, right? Because the investment is the club as a whole in building integration at every level. If you're going to think that way, you have to build the facilities, you have to invest in the team, you have to do everything that you need to do to make sure that at every level you're driving success, and I think that's what we've done.
I think there's a standard throughout the whole organisation now, from top to bottom. I think with the new facility, that's only going to increase the level, only going to increase the standard and the quality of everything within the club.
Purpose-built for USL. It'll be a fun game experience. It'll be a nice place for them to have a home field, and it'll be right at the training facility, which will be great.
This is the next step, obviously, with the academy being there. The Monarchs will be there. The first team will be training there.
But this is unlike anything else in the USL, and I think it's going to be a big game changer for us.
And so now to have our own place that's not going to be as big, but it's going to be just as full, it's going to be incredible for the team.
But for the Monarchs, it'll be great because we're getting on average 3,000 fans or so, and I think it'll be even more next year as the Monarchs continue to improve and kind of set the standard in the USL.
The players' goals have evolved as the season has, and their expectations have got greater. And I think they now understand that until we have a USL championship, they haven't aspired or they haven't reached the goal that we ultimately want.
When you visit Olympic City, USA, you don't live like a tourist. You live like an Olympian. You walk like an Olympian. You eat like an Olympian. You drink like an Olympian. You train like an Olympian. It's no wonder why Colorado Springs is Olympic City, USA.
I'm Chris Canarum, and this is my wife,
Alexa Canarum.
We train here in Olympic City, USA.
And we love it here.
My name's Veronica Day, and I'm a national team member of Team USA Skeleton, and I love training in Colorado Springs, Olympic City, USA. Go USA!
Here at Widener Field in Colorado Springs, we are getting ready to start half number 2 here. The Switchbacks FC and Phoenix Rising FC, no score here. And the rematch between these two teams. Well, back here in the booth, Josh Howe and Roland Vargas. And Roland, all kinds of highlights of the first half. Some great offensive opportunities, some great goalkeeping all in all. Two teams looking like two playoff teams. Quality play in the first 45 minutes. Let's go to the highlights. Kevon Frater, this is a free kick. And this is in the 2nd minute of play. And right there, disallowed, and you can see why.
Luke Vercoloni there, he jumped cleanly, but his hand was on top of the shoulder there. That's what the referee saw. Blew that ball back. Very unlucky there, Luke Vercoloni. That was Sean Wright-Phillips getting himself open early, trying to fire that ball goalwards with his dangerous right foot. Once again, it's Wright-Phillips, their most famous man. Didier Drogba notwithstanding on the ball there, but well marshaled once again by Josh Suggs. He's had a great game at the left back position for the Switchbacks FC. Dia getting on the end of this one, able to whip this ball across. Unlucky there for Harlow. He had the entire goal to hit there, the big target man. It was good play from Dia, able to chip that ball back. Harlow should have done better with his finish.
And Josh Phillips in good possession defensively. Been evenly matched on both sides. And Shane Malcolm, you talk about an opportunity that close to putting the Switchbacks up.
Got a fortuitous bounce there. We've seen how dangerous Shane Malcolm can be, wrapping his right foot around the ball, looking for that far corner. He was doing that there, looking for that on Cohen. Cohen had a good game in the first half, matched by Moise Poati in the Switchbacks goal. It's been the tale of the two goalkeepers so far in the first half, 0-0, but it's been a really good game here at Widener Field.
Let's take a look at our ME Engineer statistics. And you see the shot advantage, +3 for Phoenix Rising FC. And the free kick, 6-2, but I go back to one of those two for the Switchbacks FC, and that could be the difference in a game. Frater just off the mark, hit the crossbar, but both teams have had opportunities. One yellow card issued out, and all in all, it's been a really good match.
It's been a fair played game. That yellow card going to Phoenix Rising FC. The referee played the advantage for the Switchbacks. They weren't able to capitalize on that advantage. Referee did a good job bringing that ball back, giving the yellow card there. As we see Cohen, he's done a great job in the first half. He's going to be called upon once again, defending the goal to the left of our screen that the Switchbacks typically have. More offense going towards the Switchbacks, just regrouping there, going through their pregame conference there with Uzo, their new target man. He's going to lead the line there. Sean Wright-Phillips having a discussion with the referee. We're almost ready to go here at Widener Field in Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Well, with 6 games to go, including this one tonight, certainly not a must-win situation, but as Steve Tritchie put it, hey, we are in survival mode, and that's exactly the mindset of the Switchbacks, and we'll see if they play like that here in the second half. The first half, they certainly have played well.
It's been a backs-to-the-wall mindset for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Head coach Steve Tritchie has been preaching positivity to his team. They've carried that through. They're not looking at the table. They're not looking at how congested it is in the Western Conference. They're just worrying about their games, knowing the fact that they're playing a lot of their rivals in the Western Conference, and if they're able to get points against them, they're going to move forward, and they're going to go to their 3rd straight playoff berth.
There's a cross, and headed out by Sian McFarland on the hop. Master-Cashier midfield. And here's Uzo.
Doesn't look like any changes to start the second half. Uzo going to lead the line for the Switchbacks FC. Shane Malcolm on the right wing, who's got the ball here. Master Kasher doing his best to support. Great play there from Shane Malcolm.
Malcolm steps over the defender and sent right back out by Phoenix Rising FC, straight up in the air. Play by Ronnie Argueta.
It was a good clearance by Mala. Sorry to cut you off there, Josh. Nice little ball over the top, looking for Tae-Sung Kim. Tries to bring that ball down. Well defended from Ramage, the captain of Phoenix Rising FC.
Not easy to stay disciplined on that play by Ramage, but was able to stay stride for stride with Tae-Sung Kim and ended up clearing it out.
See the fans recycling the ball there. Switchbacks have started this second half on the front foot. Good ball in from Sean Chin.
And headed out off the hop. Tae-Sung Kim and Sian McFarland will play it forward. And Josh Cohen right there. Cohen, his 19th appearance this season, 3 clean sheets. Well, you talk about goalkeeping, a combined 8 shutouts between these two keepers.
They really started in the first half. We talked about it during the halftime break. Long punt forward there, that's meat and drink. For a player of the quality of Josh Phillips, good job there by Ronnie Argueta to shield the defender. Switchback's just going to work it back to Moise Poit. He's going to pump this ball long.
The ball handling so impressive by Moise Poit.
Really has worked on that this season. Was a little bit shaky. We saw that. He's been challenged by head coach Steve Tritcher to improve that part of the game. He certainly has done that. The Switchbacks #1.
Casa the throw-in. There's Phillips.
Good covering play there from Gavin from his deep lying position. Just going to recycle the attack for Phoenix Rising FC.
And you can see how quickly Uzo can cover ground at midfield for Colorado Springs. And we'll see if the Switchbacks press a little bit here early on in this second half. Uzo and Suggs now. What a matchup that is with Sean Wright Phillips. So an opportunity here for Phoenix Rising FC. Throw in near side, going to be taken by Cody Wakasa.
Look for the edge of the box. Phoenix Rising going to try to flip that ball on. Look for the head of Herlo. Actually, the feet of Herlo. Unable to take that one. Good defense by Josh Phillips once again.
Uzo at midfield. Size advantage.
Such great strength, just backing down his defender. He's got tricky feet as well. Great play there from Uzo, able to hold that ball up, let the Switchbacks push out defensively.
Boy,
good play.
Impressive player.
Such a strong player with his upper body. He's got the speed. We saw the tricks there. He's got Sion McFarland coming across there, doing a good job just to snuff out that attack. That ball's going to be cleared out for a corner kick to start the second half here for Phoenix Rising FC.
So another corner for Phoenix Rising FC. And over to take it again is Sean Wright Phillips. First of the second half. A little bit of a breeze kicking up now out of the west. Will be at their back on this corner kick, and good battle, Sion McFarland near the end line. So Sean Wright Phillips to take it.
See if Moise Poit, he can start the second half like he finished the first, commanding his box. Phoenix Rising trying to put him under pressure early.
Soft touch, and Moise Poit right there.
Getting lucky there with that ricochet, just trying to start that ball a little bit too early there for Sean Chin, making his way out from the right back position. Phoenix Rising going to get their foot on top of this one, recycle. You can see Moise Poit coming out, getting caught a little bit in no man's land here. He got lucky with this ricochet, bouncing right down to him. Lucky that the Switchbacks goalkeeper was able to claim that one.
Backline, the cross, and it is in. Unbelievable. You talk about a tight window, they fit it in. That's Dia. And 1-0 Phoenix Rising FC. They strike here in the 50th minute of play.
And you can see how much that goal means to Phoenix Rising. You said it, Dia smashing the ball with that left foot there, looking near post for Moise Poit. He's being consoled by his captain, Ronnie Argueta. Poit knows there that he jumped out a little bit too early there. Dia looking near post, firing that ball with his left foot. That ball had a ton of pace on it, a little bit of spin as well, catching Moise Poit out. Unlucky way for the Switchbacks to go down a goal. 1-0 Phoenix Rising, 51st minute here at Widener Field in Colorado Springs.
Now, that was little room, but a big blast for Dia. And Amadou Dia gives Phoenix Rising FC the lead. And for Dia, that is his second goal of the season.
You could see how much it meant. The entire coaching staff there celebrating that goal. But if anything, that's going to liven up this game. That goal coming so early in the second half. The Switchbacks FC going to try to push forward, do everything they can here to get an equalizer and perhaps a potentially winning goal here in the rest of the second 45 minutes, excuse me. But so unlucky there on Moise Poit. He's done a great job there. You can see Dia just blasting that ball there near post, catching Moise Poit out. Might have been screened a little bit there. Sean Chin with the challenge. Ball bounced luckily to Dia. Moise Poit was able to get a hand on that one, just help it into the back of his net there. It's good play from Dia. Might have been a bit of a cross. If that ball finds its way into the back of the net, that's the only thing that matters there for Phoenix Rising FC. 1-0 to the team from the Valley of the Sun to start the second half.
A tough angle for Dia, and from this vantage point, it looked like, if anything, it would be a cross.
He could have been trying to cross that one, perhaps just got a little bit of extra slice on it, but we'll give him the benefit of the doubt there. Certainly celebrated like he meant that goal. But he's been dangerous on that left wing throughout the game. We saw him in the first half. He did a good job, Dia. It's been a good outlet for Phoenix Rising FC going forward offensively.
Fans, make sure you tune in to the USL's weekly show on Sirius XM FC. Switchbacks doing everything they can to work their way back on this one. It's on channel 85, and a big collision there at midfield. And a switchback still down to the ground. I believe that's Uzo.
That is Uzo. I wouldn't be surprised to see a card here. That was a nasty challenge. Uzo read that ball well, came back, won that ball, took a little flick over the defender, and the defender got all of Uzo there with the bottom of his cleat. The referee just having a discussion there with the assistant referee through the headpiece to see what color of card we're going to see here once I believe it's Gavin climbs off the floor. That was a nasty challenge. It was a good job by Uzo to win that ball back. You can see Ronnie Argueta there encouraging his teammates to pick up the pace of this game, and that is going to be Gavin there. He took a nasty one there, but certainly a hard challenge there at the feet of Uzo. Uzo did a great job to win that ball back. Gavin came flying in and took out the newest member of the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. He's been able to walk this one off.
Well, they know the importance of this one here tonight, and we're saying what is the holdup here is making his way away from the referee, Blair Gavin.
Very lucky to get away without a card there, Gavin. That was a nasty challenge. Uzo did a good job to win that ball back. Gavin was certainly late catching Uzo, but luckily both players have been able to continue in this match. Referee had a long discussion with the referee's assistant, who was right on top of that one. Decided the discretion's the better part of valor, did not bring out a card. Very surprised by that decision, but referee's assistant definitely getting a word in to the ear of the referee there.
Well, this game has been unbelievable. Some great opportunities, great chances for both teams, but Phoenix Rising FC able to punch one through. Amadou Dia.
Head coach Steve Tritchu there inquiring with the fourth official, asking why a card wasn't produced on that challenge for his substitute striker who's come into this game. Uzo has done a good job of leading the line for the Switchbacks FC and did a great job working his way back to win that ball. Good play there from Ronnie Argueta to recycle possession for the Switchbacks FC. Shane Malcolm's got himself a lot of space on the right wing.
There's Malcolm now. Going to work on Vasquez. Malcolm. Stopping. Sets it up. Here's Suggs to his left. That's a heavy touch, and he'll give it away.
It's a good position for the young man from Las Cruces, New Mexico, to find himself in. Josh Suggs pushing forward, well forward from that left back position for the Switchbacks FC. So we're going to see a second substitution here. Chapel Hills Mall substitution made on the far side of the field for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. AJ Ajake was going to come on. Masta Kasher is going to be taken out of this game. That's unlucky on Masta Kasher. And another new face for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. AJ Ajake was going to come in, make his way into this game. He's going to go straight into that left wing position to take over for Masta Kasher.
So AJ Ajake by way of San Antonio FC. This is a Chapel Hills Mall substitution. And Ajake, 26 years old, played in 15 matches, 3 goals, and logged nearly 1,000 minutes prior to his arrival here in Colorado Springs.
We are going to see a substitution at the next break of play for Phoenix Rising FC. They're going to make a roll of the dice here to match the Switchbacks. Good ball in there, just a little bit too high from a Phoenix Rising FC perspective, but AJ Ajake brings a ton of speed, as you said, that experience onto the field for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. It's unlucky for Masta Kasher. He had a good game in the first half, but he was well marked by Phoenix Rising FC defense. We're going to see a substitution here for Phoenix Rising FC.
Coming in for Phoenix, Kevon Lambert, the midfielder. He checks in and out goes Blair Gavin.
Gavin perhaps carrying a bit of an injury from that challenge there on Uzo. Perhaps the Phoenix coaching staff there as we see another Chapel Hills Mall substitution. Just bringing Gavin out. He was getting a little bit overrun there in midfield. They're trying to hold that midfield. Lambert, big rangy player, obviously. He's going to do everything he can to support the defense, try to help out as they try to mark Uzo, who's a whole different animal. As we see a nasty foul there right in front of the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC bench, and we will see a yellow card. Welcome to the game for Lambert. Straight into the game, straight into the referee's notebook. Our first Hanson Hot Springs yellow card of the game right in front of the Switchbacks bench. Uzo did a good job shielding that ball, was going to win that header. Lambert just came straight through the back of him, absolutely wiped Uzo out of the picture. First caution of the game, Kevon Lambert.
If you're going to play a physical game against number 24, it's going to be a tough one to win if you're Phoenix Rising FC.
Well, in for a penny, in for a pound there from Lambert. He knew he had to go through the back of Uzo to try to win that ball. He just cleared him out there. Referee right on top of it. And produced the card. Josh Suggs going to whip this ball in with his left foot.
Uzo heads it right back out, and Ciara McFarland able to track it down. Don't forget USLsoccer.com, your home for latest news, information, statistics, playoff scenarios. It's all there. USLsoccer.com, or on Twitter. The Twitter handle at USLsoccer. 1-0 the score right now, and that thanks to Mr. Dia. 50th minute, punched in the goal to give Phoenix a 1-goal lead. Uzo checked in late in the second half for Kevon Frater. Not sure if Kevon was injured or not, but Uzo, man, just picked up recently. He's played in one match prior to this one. And seeing significant time here. We expect to see him most, not all, the second half.
And that's where Uzo can do the most of his damage there. That ball just clipped into him, using his body once again. Referee right on top of it. It was Mala coming through the back of Uzo. Such a dangerous player. Uzo claiming there was an arm involved there. I'm not sure that there was. Mala just coming right through the back of Uzo. Uzo did a great job backing into the defender, getting himself between the defender and the ball there. Mala had no choice but to just come right through the back of him, right over the top. Maybe just a little bit of a trailing arm there, catching the top of Uzo's head there. Referee right on top of it blows the foul. Dangerous position here for the Switchbacks FC. We saw what they could do in the first half, but perhaps this is a little bit better for a cross than a shot from Josh Suggs, but he's lining it up with that left foot. Both center backs for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC looking to go forward here. A lot of height in the box on the far side of the post. Josh Phillips, Uzo as well for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, so a great opportunity here for Colorado Springs to get back on the board.
Josh Suggs with a free kick for the Switchbacks. Phillips, number 2, he is so good. Mid-air. Suggs chips it up, spins back, and that's headed over the crossbar.
Unlucky there, I believe it was Luke Vercoloni getting his head on the end of that one. It was a great ball played in by Josh Suggs, whipped into a real dangerous area right behind that defensive line of Phoenix Rising. Luke Vercoloni just getting too much of it on there, going over the goal of Cohen. No save needed from the Phoenix Rising goalkeeper, who did outstandingly well in the first half.
Josh Cohen gunning for his 4th shutout of the season. A long way to go, though. The Switchbacks know just how important this is. Tied at 34 points with Phoenix Rising FC, and now we get a
offside call there. Referee's assistant quickly up with the flag. Switchbacks central defensive partnership there, led by that man. Josh Phillips did a good job to step up there. Just draw the player offside. You can see there that flick going in right behind there. Switchbacks led by Josh Phillips there, taking a big step forward. And Dia was offside. Well called by the referee's assistant.
And it's Nike Soccer, proud partner of the USL. Check him out online, NikeSoccer.com.
And that jersey promotion I talked about in the first half, where the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC giving all proceeds to Hurricane Harvey victims. That in the Red Cross, that will be matched by Widener Apartment Homes, the sponsor of the Colorado Springs Switchbacks jerseys on the back there. So if you pick up one of those jerseys online or in the stadium, Widener Apartment Homes will match the donation to the American Red Cross there. So we see Sean Chin just trying to work out that right knee. Might have picked up something there on the right leg. He is going to go down there. Switchbacks training staff right on top. Looks like it could perhaps be a cramp there on the far side of the field.
Sean Chin, formerly of San Antonio FC.
Looks like a cramp there. See the training staff, Penrose, Orthos, and Shura nod to the doc. Just trying to work out that right hamstring there on the far side of the field. Sean Chin in a lot of pain there. Just trying to get that right hamstring stretched out. So see Aaron King making his way into the game. Another roll of the dice by head coach Steve Trichu, and a really aggressive offensive roll of the dice as well, bringing in the veteran striker out of Smoky Hill High School in Denver, Aaron King. Going to come straight into this game, go right up top, try to partner Uzo. The Switchback's going to go to a 3-man defensive line, it looks like, for now.
So Aaron King checks in the 62nd minute of play. Chin out, so as Roland mentioned, certainly rolling the dice defensively, but you got 3 solid defenders at the back end. Let's see if they hold up, and let's see if the Switchback can punch one in here on this eye. opportunity, and it'll be switchback ball on the far side. Shane Malcolm over to play it.
And it looks like Luke Vercoloni is going to go into that auxiliary right back position for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Josh Suggs obviously going to keep his position at left back. So right now the Switchbacks can continue that four-man defensive line with Luke Vercoloni, the veteran, slotting in at that right back position there for Sean Chin, who had to go out with that tightness in his, looks like to be his right hamstring. But what a substitution the Switchbacks are able to call on, bringing on the veteran forward, Aaron King, who's found a lot of good play so far this season as a winger. But he's going to go in, he's going to try to support Uzo with every chance he gets.
Arqueta, with the right foot, able to knock it back, and Phoenix Rising FC chips it forward. Phillips.
Good play once again from Josh Phillips.
And what a perfect evening. A little bit of rain, but tell you what, temperature absolutely ideal, and a little bit of a breeze, but all in all, for September here in Colorado, it's outstanding. And certainly Phoenix Rising FC has got to welcome a night like tonight.
After playing in Tempe on Wednesday with those temperatures against Orange County SC, as you said, coming in here to Colorado Springs, they've had to deal with the altitude. Obviously everybody does, but just a great night for soccer and a huge crowd turning up here at Widener Field in Colorado Springs.
Playoff atmosphere next door at Security Service Field. The Sky Sox and AAA Milwaukee Brewers affiliate in a playoff game, and boy, you love to see just the support in this community for the Switchbacks FC. With that being said, we have, if not a full house, it's pretty close.
It is. It's a great crowd. You can see the trailheads on the far side of the field packing their area of Widener Field. It's been good support all throughout the game here. The Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC fans really turning out to support their Switchbacks as they try to lock down a position in the USL Western Conference playoffs for a third consecutive season. We see there some Cameroonian fans on the far side of the field. Got the Cameroonian flags, got the music, got the drums, supporting the Switchbacks FC. Tae-Song Kim going to pick up a yellow card here. Cynical challenge on Sean Wright Phillips, just pulled the man down. Referee right on top of it, going to give the Hanson Hot Springs yellow card to Tae-Song Kim.
Well, we talked about Switchbacks FC, Phoenix Rising FC, both right there at 34 points, 7 and 8 spots in the Western Conference. OKC right behind them at 33, and here's the call on Tae-Song Kim, but no breathing room whatsoever. Not just to hold off the teams behind them, but of course teams in front of them. Not a lot of separation.
No, those games coming up against Orange County, Sacramento, Tulsa, going to be absolutely huge for the Switchbacks FC, but they've got to do everything they can here to worry about the remaining 30 minutes with stoppage time here at Widener Field and try to get themselves an equalizer and potentially a winner here. Just to correct myself, that was a Wako there, bringing that ball forward. He was dragged down by Tae-Song Kim. That's what got Tae-Song Kim the yellow card here in Colorado Springs.
Sion McFarland, Tae-Song Kim, midfielders, Malcolm, and that ball off the mark, and Phoenix Rising FC an opportunity. Wright Phillips.
Remember, all substitutions made by the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, so if they obviously were to pick up an injury or something were to happen, they weren't able to do anything about it. Unlucky foul there going against Josh Phillips there, stepping out from his center back position.
Well, one of the great traditions here at Widener Field, post-game traditions, our Better Business Bureau Man of the Match. And Roland Vargas, you had the opportunity to interview our Better Business Bureau Man of the Match, and the fans an opportunity to tell us who the BBB Man of the Match should be. Go to Twitter at Switchbacks FC and vote and see if you can name our BBB Man of the Match. Roland Vargas will be talking to that man at the conclusion of this one.
Got a couple candidates for it. This man obviously running across to take this free kick, Josh Suggs. Josh Phillips moving forward as well. Both had good games here. Josh Suggs can whip this ball in, left-footed. Foul happened right in front of the referee's assistant here. Phoenix Rising have to be careful. Both center backs, Sion McFarland making his way into the box late. Schwitzback taking it short to Josh Suggs.
Suggs, and that ball pinballed back. Luis Plotty way out. Plays it up, and here's Luke Vercoloni who switched back after Chin exited, and they brought in Aaron King.
See how desperate the Switchbacks are for an equalizer. Luis Plotty playing that sweeper-keeper role almost at the halfway line for the Switchbacks FC. Phoenix Rising, getting pushed deeper and deeper into their half.
Trying a little 1-2 there, and that was snuffed out by Kevon Lambert. Checked into the second half for Phoenix Rising FC. Josh Phillips. Phillips, team leader in minutes coming into this one tonight. He has logged a ton of time, over 2,200 minutes.
Got to be one of the first names on the team sheet for head coach Steve Tritchell. It's a nice ball over the top there. Looking for the run of Hamilton, moving forward from his center midfield position. Did a great job to recycle that ball.
Wright Phillips, a beautiful setup, and Vercoloni did well to get back just in time.
Just put Herlo off there at the far post, did Luke Vercoloni. As you said, it was a great job there by the makeshift right back for the Switchbacks FC. Sean Wright Phillips, that first time ball, just floating it over there, asking Herlo to attack it. He did just that, but Luke Vercoloni flying across, making a great challenge.
Off the header. That's Sam Hamilton playing with that number 99 tonight.
99, yeah, there was a bit of a jersey malfunction, as it was explained to us from Phoenix Rising, so that's why he's got the 99, but he's done a good job there. It was an unusual step forward. You see there trying to catch Moise Poati out of his goal. Hamilton making that step forward from his center midfield position there. So we see Josh Suggs and Aaron King just taking down Hamilton, and did a good job there to number 99.
Look out. And Poati able to knock it down. Point blank.
Really good save there. Ramage found himself in all sorts of space. Josh Phillips, Sion McFarland doing everything they could to get back that ball. Took a nice bounce there, really held up for Ramage. You can see head in his hands, wanted to make more of that opportunity, just blasted his shot right into the midriff of Moise Poati. Good hands there from Poati to hold on to that ball, but unlucky there. Ramage could have made more of that opportunity.
Oh, this is a good possession for Phoenix Rising FC until that pass.
Herlo's been a very dangerous player for Phoenix Rising today. Saw him use his size in the first half. Now he's getting a little bit more opportunities in behind the Switchbacks defense as Colorado Springs pushes further and further forward, trying to get that equalizing goal. Now on the right wing with Shane Malcolm.
Malcolm going to work on Vasquez. And a win by Phoenix Rising FC, and a late whistle, and foul going to be called on Malcolm.
See a yellow card here for Shane Malcolm, doing everything he can to slow up Dia there, who's making his way down the left wing. Full afterburners on there for Dia. Shane Malcolm coming across, had to stop that attack there. Just a little bit late with this challenge there. Referee right on top of it. Hanson Hot Springs yellow card issued to Shane Malcolm.
Third of the game, second of the half.
Shane Malcolm knew he had to take that one for the team there. Phoenix Rising had men over on the far side of the field. Switchbacks pushing further and further forward, leaving themselves exposed at the back. Shane Malcolm just had to take that one for the team there. Stop Dia, who's had a great performance here tonight at Widener Field as the left winger for Phoenix Rising.
Well, the Switchbacks going to try to take advantage of home field in the stretch run on the road next week, and then back at home for the first of 3 straight. Widener Field, Swope Park Rangers, September the 23rd for Technology Night.
iPad giveaway on Technology Night. Swope Park Rangers, really good team. Should be a good game. Both teams, as we can say about everyone in the Western Conference, fighting for points now. Looking ever more desperate that the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC get on the board here and tie this game up at Widener Field. They need these home points here in Colorado Springs.
Swope Park, a team that played their way all the way to the finals a season ago. And here's Uzo. And perhaps some frustration by big number 24.
Definitely, he's come into the game. He's been targeted a couple times. He's had some fouls go against some referees. Just going to call him across here, talk to him for kicking that ball away. But as you said, that frustration written across the face of Uzo there. Ramage getting himself goal side, going down to the ground. Just a little bit of a push there in the back. Big Ramage has had a good game there in the heart of the defense for Phoenix Rising FC. Referee blows the foul. And Uzo blasts the ball up to northern Colorado.
Just an impressive looking player. And the Switchbacks pick up another yellow, and it's Uzo.
Yeah, it was just kicking that ball away there. As you said, out of frustration.
Hanson Hot Springs Spa, yellow card. Bena Uzo.
Referee's assistant raise his flag there. Switchback going to restart this ball. Moise Poati Got himself caught there just a little bit out of position. Josh Phillips was once again able to bail him out.
Out of position, and switchbacks right now, Ron, it feels like they're out of rhythm. We'll see if they can regain that here. It's Tae-Sung Kim. Here's the cross, looking for Uzo, and cleared out. Really no breakdowns to speak of for Phoenix Rising FC tonight. They have been disciplined.
Losing that speed of Kevon Frater for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. You can see head coach Steve Trichu trying to hustle his team up, position his players exactly where he wants them, but losing that speed of Kevon Frater that was able to stretch this Phoenix Rising FC defense, get in behind. Real big loss for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. That's an unlucky one to go against Uzo there. Just got to keep his head about him here, obviously having picked up that yellow card just a few moments ago. But so unlucky for the Switchbacks FC to lose their main striker, Kevon Frater. You see Uzo here, eyes for the ball, going up with Ramage, goes over the back of Ramage, referee blows the foul. But you're right, the Switchbacks FC do look a little bit out of sorts, especially going forward. Their defense has maintained a good line, led by Josh Phillips, Sion McFarland. Josh Suggs has had a good game as well, very impressive. I thought Sean Chin had a good debut for the Switchbacks FC at right back before he had to exit with that injury. So defensively, the Switchbacks have looked good, but Phoenix Rising FC perhaps a little bit better defensively, keeping the Switchbacks out, really limiting them to half chances so far.
Here's a Jakwa to the right of Malcolm, and a Jakwa showing that speed, the cross, and tipped over the crossbar. Good. Wow, Josh Cohen getting up to deflect that out.
Real good job there by Cohen, moving his feet well there. Jakwa bursting down that right wing, crossing that ball in, just hung up a little bit there, got it off the outside of the foot a little bit. Josh Cohen moved his feet well, kept himself sorted, had to deal with that ball, tipped it over, quickly taken accelerated well, corner kick. Josh Suggs trying to whip that ball in to the near post. Phoenix Rising FC do a good job to clear that.
And Moise Poiti there on the far side, headed out. That's Kevon Lambert, number 27. Phoenix Rising FC, and an opportunity here for the road team.
Good hold-up play, I was going to say, by Herlo. Looks like he picked up an injury there. Might have strained something. Referee's going to blow a stop to play. That's going to infuriate the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC bench to stop the play there for an injury that's not a head injury on no foul there. Steve Trichu beside himself on the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC sideline there. Referee brings that ball back there for Herlo, who went down there. Looks like he might have picked up something in the calf area when he was striding that ball on the far side of the field.
See Josh Phillips talking. One of the officials there.
Just need an explanation from the referee there as to why he blew that ball, stopped it there for what's clearly a cramp when there was no hint of a head injury. Ramage there being given his instructions by the assistant coaching staff there at Phoenix Rising FC on the far side of the field. Some Switchbacks players coming across to get some water. We see the Cameroonians there with the Trailheads drum, full voice there, supporting the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. As we see our Penrose Ortho Censure nod to the dock.
Mark Allerton, our referee tonight. And Herlo is going to make his way off the field.
Just looks like he might have picked up a bit of a cramp there in the calf. Seen a couple players going down there with that. A substitution coming in. AJ Gray, coming in. Take over from Sean Wright Phillips, did a good job. But faded out of the game a little bit in the second half, but Sean Wright Phillips is very dangerous in the first half as we see the Chapel Hills Mall substitution there. AJ Gray entering the fray.
So number 24, AJ Gray, into the contest for the first time here tonight, comes at a 76th minute of play. Another Chapel Hills Mall substitution.
Phoenix Rising doing everything they can here to wind down this clock. It's a drop ball situation there. Referee just wanted Phoenix Rising to play that ball back. The Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, Josh Phillips, wanted Phoenix Rising to politely hurry up with that. And now we'll see Phoenix Rising playing that ball back to Moise Poiti, and the Switchbacks will get this game back underway.
Fans, don't forget to follow the Switchbacks FC on Twitter. Look for the Twitter handle at Switchbacks FC. Here's Josh Suggs. Tae-Sung Kim. Kim's going to try the quarter. Shane Malcolm.
Referee's assistance flag is up. Shane Malcolm just a step too early on that run on the far side of the field. It was well found by Tae-Sung Kim, as we're going to see another substitution on the far side of the field for Phoenix Rising. And that's going to be Jason Johnson, who's going to enter this game, take over for Matthew Herlo. Looks like he might have Damaged his calf a little bit there, but Jason Johnson's going to take over up top now for Phoenix Rising for the last 15 minutes or so of this game here. Dangerous player for Phoenix Rising.
Jason Johnson, when these two teams first met back on July 15th this season, put together a brace in the second half. That was a difference. He's the team leader in goals with 7 coming in. Couple of 2-goal games.
Just given the rest here tonight, probably because of his exploits on Wednesday night. Very hot temperatures we talked about in the Valley of the Sun, but what a substitution to be able to call on for Phoenix Rising FC.
Well, Switchbacks FC can certainly identify with Phoenix, a stretch of 3 games in 7 days. It's not easy. Pulled down by Johnson. Midfield. There's help. Kevon Lambert. Quick touch. Played up now. This is Owoka.
Perhaps could have taken that ball to the corner, wound down the clock a little bit, giving the Switchbacks a chance to restart there. Good step forward there from Vasquez from his left back position to nip that ball right in front of Shane Malcolm.
Opportunity, blocked down the putback, and it's wide. Suggs is there.
Really strong save from Moise Poati there first time around. Josh Phillips came flying out trying to close down that angle. Real strong save there from Moise Poati. Got a little bit loose with the rebound, but you can't fault him there. That shot was absolutely blasted at the Switchbacks FC number 1.
Feed, and a great tackle by Josh Phillips to recover.
As we see here, Dia springing the attack. Johnson getting on the end of that one, blasting that ball with his left foot. Moise Poati stayed strong, stayed big, didn't go down early, able to save that one. Switchbacks FC still down a goal here, Widener Field in Colorado Springs.
Poati able to get just enough on it to redirect the shot. Phoenix Rising FC, in case you just joined us, they score. In the 50th minute, it's Dia putting Phoenix Rising FC up, and that's where we are here. 79th minute of play, Josh Suggs. Mercoloni not able to get there. Phillips pressuring, there's a quick turn, and Johnson so explosive.
Good covering there by the Switchbacks. Taesong Kim working back to help out his defensive unit.
Reminder, Dead Man's Brew Fest coming up here at Widener Field, September the 29th. Get your tickets at deadmansbrewfest.com. Josh Cohen retreats, driven out with the left foot. Here's Phillips. Energy's still there for the Switchbacks. We'll see if they can come up with a possession here as we tick towards the 81st minute of play.
Good covering from Josh Phillips once again. Moise Poati calling for that ball. Switchbacks FC have to continue to push those wingbacks as far forward as they can. Josh Suggs on the left-hand side. Luke Vercoloni standing in at right wing back for the Switchbacks on the right. That pass a little bit heavy there from the captain, Ronnie Argueta.
Again, this is a Phoenix Rising FC team that is unbeaten in their last 6 games. The second stretch, a 6-game span in which they have not lost this season, so 12 in all, and it has been an impressive run and loose, relaxed, and why not? They're playing well.
Very confident looking bench there. We got to look. Herlo and Sean Wright Phillips. See Phoenix Rising FC winning the ball back in a very dangerous area.
Poati able to get there.
Jason Johnson's touch just a little bit heavy there. Took him into the Switchbacks. Goalkeeper not able to get a shot on the net. Switchbacks FC will recycle, looking for that long ball out to Uzo, trying to use his size. He's just been marked out of the game a little bit in the last couple of minutes.
Johnson going to challenge Sian McFarland. Mercoloni, of course, dropped back when Aaron King entered the game here in the second half. Here's Shane Malcolm playing it forward. Here's Uzo, the big guy, trying to make the turn. Good idea.
It's a good play from Uzo, just trying to pull that ball back to the top of the 6-yard box there. Unlucky. Well defended in the end by Phoenix Rising.
The Captain Ronnie Argueta, the facilitator, so key in the midfield. Here's Uzo, look out! And Cohen decisive again.
Good starting position there from the Phoenix Rising FC goalkeeper there. Cohen just limping a little bit after that one, came off of his line quickly, able to smother at the feet of Uzo, who had made a good turn there. It was a nice chipped little ball up by Josh Suggs, looking for Uzo, got in behind the defender, but there's Cohen coming out of your screen. Great job there by our camera crew to get a replay of that one. Good job there from Cohen to collect that ball, take some pressure off his defense. See there the fans, Jack Quinn's fans of the games, the Cameroonian section. They borrowed the drum from the Trailheads. They're in full voice, the Cameroonian flags are out. Supporting the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC here at Widener Field.
Love the energy, the fan support here. Just has continued to grow and grow in year 3. At an all-time high here in Widener Field. Here's Josh Suggs. The cross backside to goal! The Switchbacks have evened it up. And it's AJ Ajekwa, his first goal with Colorado Springs.
Well, there's a way to make your debut for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. What about the ball from Josh Suggs? Tremendous down the left wing from Suggs. Beat his defender, all ends up, played a perfect ball across. Josh Suggs getting in behind the Phoenix Rising FC defense, plays that ball across. AJ Ajekwa sells out, slides in, and fires that ball behind Cohen. Nothing that the Phoenix Rising FC goalkeeper could do about that one. 1-1, Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, Phoenix Rising. About 10 minutes with stoppage time left here at Widener Field for the Switchbacks to get a winner.
Now Steve Tritchie, the management here, pressing all the right buttons. They sign Ajekwa, bring him in from San Antonio for the stretch run, and he delivers 83rd minute. First goal with the Switchbacks. That's his 4th this season. And here we go, it's a brand new game.
And that was such a brave finish. Great run by Josh Suggs down the left wing. Played that ball into a perfect position. The goal sponsored by the 365 Grand Club. Look at what the Cameroonians think about it on the far side of the field. They're dancing. That drum's getting a workout over there on the far side of Widener Field. But what a ball it was from Josh Suggs. Put that one on a plate. Ajekwa, great composure, great strength, able to slide in, knock that one behind Cohen. 1-1, game on.
And for Josh Suggs, his 4th assist of the season. Aaron King, the veteran, reflected out, and you get the feeling the Switchbacks perhaps not done in regulation. Here's King. Here's an accelerated Wealth corner kick coming up. And Suggs over to take it for Colorado Springs.
Well, we've talked about Aaron King, the veteran, how dangerous he is in that wing position. He's not just a striker anymore. Aaron King popping up on that right-hand side, able to win what could be a priceless corner for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. As you said, Josh Suggs able to over to take the accelerated Wealth corner kick.
To put the Switchbacks up. High ball. Phillips heads it forward, flicked out by Phoenix Rising FC. Argueta just taking a chance.
Looking for the long-range volley there, Ronnie Argueta. We know about how precise he can be on those shots. That ball just hung up a little bit on him, sliced his shot a little bit there. Cohen's going to try to take as long as he can here on this goal kick to restart this for Phoenix Rising FC. They're under a lot of pressure here at Widener Field as we take ever closer toward 90 minutes here in Colorado Springs.
Moment of the match, no surprise here. AJ Ajekwa. What a play to even this match up as we wait for a pause of the action here. And a run into the corner near the Budweiser corner. Into the box, Phillips contends. There's a quick blast. And that is a goal, unbelievable. AJ Gray. You have to wonder if Moise Poiti even saw the shot.
Definitely unsighted there. AJ Gray off the left foot, looked for that far corner, picked it. Nothing that Moise Poiti in the Switchbacks goal could do about that one. Defender screening that ball nestled into the corner of the net. 2-1, Phoenix Rising FC, 87th minute here at Widener Field. Do the Switchbacks have enough in them to get another equalizer here? A.J. Gray popping up with what could be the winning goal. Just taking that ball out. The Switchbacks look to have done a good job. Ball makes its way to the edge of the box. A.J. Gray just drags that ball onto his favorite left foot, looking for the corner. Moise Poiti couldn't see that ball, couldn't make a dive, nestles into the far corner. Great shot there by A.J. Gray. 2-1 Phoenix Rising FC.
And you could see the immediate reaction from Moise Poiti, pointed right to his eyes. The line of sight not there. And just when we get ready to call our moment of the match, A.J. Gray strikes, and it's now 2-1 Phoenix Rising FC. And here was the goal for Colorado Springs, A.J. Ajekwa in the 83rd minute. What a feed from Josh Suggs, and what a finish.
Great finish there, sliding in, nothing that Ramage could do. Ramage has had a fantastic game. You see what that goal means to Ajekwa. Got to keep that jersey on, he'll pick up a yellow card. Tremendous finish there, beating Ramage to that ball. Ramage has had a fantastic game there at the heart of the defense of Phoenix Rising FC, but of course they were able to come right back and through the left foot of A.J. Gray, get themselves back on the board. Hasn't dampened the Cameroonian spirit at all. They're still partying on the far side of the field, but unlucky there for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, now trailing 2-1 to Phoenix Rising FC. Getting very late here at Widener Field.
See if the Switchbacks FC can feed off some of that energy over there on the far side. Throwing now for Phoenix Rising FC. Phillips, Argueta bracketing near the end line. Phillips comes out of there. And now a whistle.
Referee going to bring that ball back, tried to play the advantage there. It was good play by Josh Phillips once again, as you see another Phoenix Rising FC player going down with what looks to be a cramp here in the hamstring. Referee's going to stop that one. He's making a note to the Switchbacks bench that he is holding his watch and adding the time on here. We've seen a lot of Phoenix Rising FC players falling victim to cramps here.
Yeah, clearly we're at altitude, but certainly heat not nearly a factor like it is in the desert. Hydration clearly a problem right now for Phoenix Rising FC.
And Phoenix Rising FC were a little bit late to the party here. Their bus was held up, so perhaps that disrupted their pregame preparation, but we have seen a lot of players go down holding that calf area. So referee just making a note here that he's adding on. We should see a ton of stoppage time here at Widener Field with these second half stoppages that the referees had to make.
Been a tough game tonight. Switchbacks have played well, but there have been lapses. You got to play consistent, especially when you're on the brink of the postseason. Two playoff teams right now at 34 points apiece. We'll see how this one finishes up. You've got Suggs calling for the ball that hangs for a while. Suggs able to pull it down, play it forward. A little bit of spin. Uzo.
It's a good play once again from Josh Suggs to get forward there. Well found by Ronnie Argueta. Uzo doing a good job of tracking back there, trying to win the throw in, but that's going to go Phoenix Rising FC's way.
So a pair of AJs scoring the last two goals for the Switchbacks. Ajekwa and then Gray some 3 minutes later, scoring for the first time this season. Coming off the bench.
Josh Phillips going to be pushed forward here as an auxiliary center forward. We saw that work brilliantly well for the Switchbacks FC in Sacramento with Pascal Abusi being deployed in that role. And Steve Tritchie has just basically pulled the goalie in hockey terms. He's told Josh Phillips to quit messing around defensively and get forward, try to get the Switchbacks a second equalizer here at Widener Field.
Ajekwa and the hot played by Cohen. So 6 minutes of stoppage time. Now the most we've seen perhaps all season long here at home.
Definitely, because of those little niggly injuries that Phoenix Rising FC was going down with. You can see the referee making a note to hold that watch and add up the stoppage time. That's a nice header forward from Taesong Kim there, looking for the run of Ajekwa and Uzo. Cleared out. The Switchbacks FC have a throw in deep in the Phoenix Rising half. They're going to push everybody forward here.
We talk a lot about the speed of Frater up top at Malcolm, but Ajekwa impressive from what we've seen here in the second half, and Cohen secures now to the ground.
It's a good leap there by Uzo, just couldn't get any power on that header. Loop toward Cohen's goal. Good hands there from Cohen. Going to take as much time as he possibly can here with this goal kick.
With the left foot, big punt. Phillips off the body. Playing it forward. King. Played down by Hamilton.
Looking for the corner there. Phoenix Rising trying to waste as much time as possible. Josh Phillips going to race across, take this throw in. Switchbacks doing everything they can to push forward, get an equalizing goal here. The dying embers of this game, which turned out to be a tremendous game here at Widener Field.
Still some time to go. Switchbacks. Can they even it up here and pull out a point?
Game getting very disjointed now in the midfield with the Switchbacks FC doing everything they can to push forward. Luke Vercoloni pushing down that right wing from that right back spot. Good hold-up play there from Aaron King. That's a nice touch.
There's Ajekwa playing out of the far side to Shane Malcolm. Malcolm, big ball, and headed up by Uzo, and sliding in at the last second. The Switchbacks, Luke Vercoloni, that close to tying it at 2.
Brave play from Luke Vercoloni there. Uzo with the initial header toward Cohen's goal. Vercoloni came flying in, trying to tap that ball in. All it needed was a touch there. It was a good ball in initially from Shane Malcolm. Good lead from Uzo, and then Vercoloni flying in, but well covered by Cohen. And that ball goes out for a goal kick for Phoenix Rising FC. Unlucky there for the Switchbacks. Number 4, Luke Vercoloni. It was a really brave play there to try to turn that ball goalwards.
Nearly halfway home in stoppage time. Phoenix Rising FC holding on to a 1-goal lead. Scoring both goals here in the second half, one to the 50th minute, the other coming at the 87th minute mark. And poured forward by this man, AJ Gray. He's got the go-ahead goal at this point.
Well kept in by the combination of Aaron King and Josh Suggs. Ball recycled to Ronnie Argetta. He's going to do everything he can. Pump that ball forward, looking for Shane Malcolm on the right wing.
It's by, and now Malcolm. Got a Ajekwa in front of him. Malcolm to his left, tried to squeeze it in. And a save made. You saw a diving effort by Uzo, trying to redirect that shot.
Shane Malcolm going with the outside of his right foot. We saw how close he was in the first half with that great camera angle here. And Uzo diving for that one just out of his reach there. Cohen happy to be able to grab that ball, take the pressure off his defense once again, but it's just going to come right back at Phoenix Rising here through the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Luke Vercoloni coming forward. Referee playing a good advantage.
And they'll play it forward. Uzo, 50-50 ball. And Cohen way out to play it.
Well done there by Josh Cohen to keep that ball from going out for another corner kick. Uzo's become quite the target man here in stoppage time. He's won numerous headers. He's done a great job. He just needs those teammates there to support him and surround him. Josh Cohen, good job there to make sure that ball didn't go out for a corner.
Tell you what, Josh Cohen, he has been impressive in goal tonight. Giving up just 1 goal. Young man played his college ball at UC San Diego.
Moise Poati over to take that throw in. Josh Phillips going to stride forward, look for an option here. Perhaps Uzo just try to pump this ball forward for the knockdown. It's well won there by Ramage.
There's Sian McFarland. Just over a minute left in stoppage time unofficially. Here's Vercoloni holding. Ajekwa high in the air, and Cohen.
Once again, Cohen with the clean grab. It's Uzo over at the back post, just a little bit too much air on that ball, looking for Uzo. Aaron King as well doing his best to support the attack now. Now playing in a left wing position. Ajekwa on the right side. Good job there by Ajekwa to make Cohen take that ball early. And well won there by Sian McFarland. Looks like he might have taken an arm across the face. Right in front of the Cameroonian supporters on the far side of the field.
So we're down to our, you would think, last 30 seconds or so here. See if the Switchbacks come out, one more push. Here's Phillips. Ajekwa to his left. Ajekwa, 3 defenders around the ball.
Just playing that ball into a lot of bodies there, Phoenix Rising, but a good tackle there by Ajekwa to win that ball back. Sian McFarland's going to cross this one in.
Ricochet out, Vercoloni able to play it down. Luke now, the big cross, hit it up. And what an effort
It's a combination of Uzo and Josh Suggs there. Suggs coming forward from his left back position. I believe it was Uzo got his head on the end of that one. It was a great leap by both players, and that's the final play of the game here at Widener Field. So unlucky for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. The Phoenix Rising FC come into Colorado Springs, get the 2-1 win here at Widener Field. Behind that man, Josh Cohen, a great performance there as we see the coaches going through their pleasantries on the far side of the field.
Phoenix Rising FC, a huge 3 points in this battle of two teams trying to lock up a playoff spot here down the stretch. Phoenix Rising FC getting a pair of goals in the second half, and that will do it. Your final score, Phoenix Rising FC 2, Switchbacks FC 1. Stick around. The post-game show is coming up next.
Are you up for 14,000 feet? How about 2,800 steps? Or maybe a day at a mountain zoo and ancient cliff dwellings? In Colorado Springs, Olympic-sized adventure is around every corner. Let us help you find your inner champion. Are you up for it?
Widener Field, the post game, the Switchbacks FC lose a tough one tonight to their rivals, Phoenix. Phoenix Rising FC wins it 2-1 here. At the conclusion of this one, Phoenix Rising FC scoring both goals in the second half. And back here in the booth, Josh Howe with you. And I'll tell you what, it was a great game tonight. Defense, the name of the first half, and offense, the name of the second half. And it was Dia and Phoenix getting out in the second half, 50th minute. That put them up 1-0. But AJ Ajekwa, the new signee by way of San Antonio FC, in the 83rd minute scores his fourth goal of the season, first with Colorado Springs. That tied it up. And just when you say, okay, the Switchbacks look like they're going to get at least a point out of this one, if not more, moments later, San Antonio, check that. It was Phoenix Rising FC able to score and counter back. AJ Gray getting the goal, and Gray his first goal of the season. That proved to be the game winner as Phoenix Rising FC holds on down the stretch. 6 minutes of stoppage time. Still not enough for the Switchbacks FC as they fall short in this one. 2-1 is the final. Well, let's go down to Roland Vargas. He's with our Better Business Bureau Man of the Match. Roland.
Joined here by the Better Business Bureau Man of the Match, AJ Ajekwa. AJ, tell me your thoughts about your debut in this loss here to Phoenix Rising.
Just excited to be out, help the team, just be a little energy, you know what I mean? Try to help the team pick it up. I felt like we did well. Just like short moments where we just need to tune in. But besides that, I mean, we have a new week. We have an away game against Seattle, so we've got to come strong to that game.
You talked about the away game. You still got a chance to qualify for the playoffs. How do you regroup now after this performance and get back on the winning track?
We just work on tuning in during practice. Just hard work, put in the work in, and what can I say, play 90 minutes? 90 minutes of football, that's all that it is.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Congratulations on your debut.
It's been a blessing. Thank you.
Back to the booth.
All right, Roland, AJ, thank you so much for taking time here at the conclusion of this one. And certainly for AJ Ajekwa, a disappointing outcome in his debut here for Colorado Springs. he gets the goal and thinking, hey, at least I helped my team pick up a point tonight, but was not meant to me. Well, let's take a look at our ME Engineers stats on the night. And shot advantage for Phoenix Rising FC, although it was close, about a 2-shot margin there. Free kicks, 9 for Phoenix Rising FC. The cards, they piled up on both sides, a total of 7. Or I should say corner kicks 7. Yellow cards certainly picked up in the second half as well. Physical game. Roland Vargas back in the booth, but a well-played game. And for the Switchbacks, those are the breaks sometimes, and tonight just didn't go their way.
No, you said it 100% correct. You talk about that early goal from Luke Vercoloni that was ruled out. That would have changed everything from a Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC perspective. It looked like he jumped clean, but perhaps that arm was on the back of the defender a little bit. That goal obviously ruled out. 0-0 for the end of the first half for the Switchbacks. They really did try in the second half, put in a great performance.
And then let's go to the game winner, A.J. Gray. Line of sight issue for Moise Poiti, the goalkeeper for the Switchbacks FC, and clearly did not see that shot, and that proved to be the difference. So let's go to the highlights from this one tonight. And the offense, it all happened in the second half of play, and we go back to the 50th minute. And how in the world did Dia find the back of the net on this?
I don't know. A bit of a Schross there. Shot turn, cross turn shot. Looks like he was trying to blast that ball across the face of the goal. Got a lot of it, a lot of slice going into the net there. Moise Poiti just coming out, anticipating that cross perhaps a little bit. But it nestled in the back of the net. That's all that mattered. Finding his way forward there was Dia. He had a really good game at that left wing position for Phoenix Rising.
33 minutes later, it's A.J. Ajekwa. What a feed from Josh Suggs.
And a great goal there from Ajekwa. He talked about his debut. He was happy to make that debut. He's ready to get back to work now for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. Great ball across there from Josh Suggs, putting it on a platter there. Ajekwa, great bravery to score that goal, 1-1. It was game on here, Widener Field, when that went in.
Game on, but boy, it didn't take long for Phoenix Rising FC to answer in the form of A.J. Gray off the bench, his first goal of the year.
2 players there in front of Moise Poiti. You can see, as you said, rightly on the commentary the first time, Moise Poiti pointing to his eyes there. He couldn't see that one. A.J. Gray did a great job there just to work that ball onto his favorite left foot and almost passed that one into the net, finding the side netting there. Moise Poiti, nothing he could do about that. 2-1 for Phoenix Rising FC. That proved to be the winner.
And 6 minutes to stoppage time, still not enough. But A.J. Gray, the game-winning shot right there. That is the difference. So Phoenix Rising FC goes from 34 points to 37 points. We'll see how the rest of the night shakes out in the USL's Western Conference, but they're climbing their way up. And now the Switchbacks, it is must-win mode. 5 games to go, but they've got one thing to do. It's try to refocus and get ready for a tough one on the road next weekend.
A difficult trip to the Starfire Sports Complex up in Tukwila, Washington. The Switchbacks know they have to go up there and give the Seattle Sounders FC2 a game. They got to win that game. These road games now are becoming must-wins. Everything is becoming a must-win now for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, trying desperately to make that 8th and final playoff spot.
Road is big, and home even bigger. After the road trip next week, they're back at home for 3 straight. We will see you again in 2 weeks. Until then, from my partner, Roland Vargas, and our entire crew, this is Josh Howe saying so long from Widener Field. Phoenix Rising FC gets it done tonight. 2-1 the final. Good night, everybody.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent from the United Soccer League.